Hello. From a muggy Falmouth, Virginia, I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. Let's take a quick heat index reading just to show you, even as the sun sets, the heat index, when you combine heat and the high humidity and the temperature. Look at this, 97.5 heat index as the sun sets here in Falmouth, Virginia. And you're not imagining it. It was a very muggy weekend, borderline sultry at times. I found a few spots above 75-degree dew points here in the Fredericksburg region, while down here this weekend, heat index values around 110. We might see some of that this week, but let's go through the short term really quick. Muggy overnight low temperatures tonight. We might even have a hard time getting below 80 degrees downtown. We'll see if this is a little too optimistically cool downtown. But tomorrow, this is not factoring in the high humidity. We expect mid-90s, maybe even some upper 90s occasionally. Can't rule them out, especially south of DC tomorrow. Again, heat index values above 100 degrees are possible. And overnight lows Monday nights, again, very muggy. We might again have trouble getting below 80 degrees. I'm not sure if this is maybe a little too optimistically cool for downtown temperatures on Monday night as well. Now, here's the short-term forecast for rain. We kind of all are drying out. Our gardens are mostly drying out. And this is what we're going to see in the next 48-hour period. This is for the next 48 hours or so, generally between I-95 and I-81. Those are the favorite areas of rain. It's generally hit or miss. We don't really see increasing chances for thunderstorms and showers until maybe Tuesday, and that's when we're thinking we need to keep an eye on some possible severe weather. Just a low chance at this moment, 1 out of 5 chance from the Storm Prediction Center for Tuesday. Strong storms in the late afternoon and evening hours. Strong gusty winds, that means damaging wind gusts are possible above 58 miles an hour. We can't even rule out some small hail on Tuesday. Just stay tuned. Don't worry, have anxiety about it, but stay tuned to CapitalWeatherGang.com and follow us on Twitter at Capital Weather. The setup for Tuesday is this trough of low pressures moving in, and it could entice this muggy air to bubble up into some thunderstorms for our region on Tuesday. And we could use the rain. Look at these dry patches in the colors. Let's see, let me get the key over here. In the yellow and oranges and reds, look at these dry patches throughout the region. I'd argue the majority of us in the last 14-day period, this is the last 2 weeks, are kind of missing the rain more than not in the region. But of course, there are some wet patches in this pink, magenta, and blue areas. So you are the lucky spots. And in the last, let's say this is just the last 72 hours, generally the rain has stayed south of the Potomac, mainly in the Virginia area. So you're asking for you want some rain up here in Maryland near the Mason-Dixon line. And we should have it as a cold front edges our way slowly by the end of this week. Rain chances are in the increase. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We try and get this cold front through here on Friday for hopefully a decent weekend, but stay tuned to CapitalWeatherGang.com. This modeling system with multiple simulations in it, you can see the temperatures alone have quite a wide range of potentials here. So the primary simulation thinks it should be mid-80s to maybe near 90 this weekend, but because I see some uncertainty here in the temperatures, I'm not sure just yet. It's not high confidence that we see a completely clear, dry, and comfortable weekend. So stay tuned to us on the blog, CapitalWeatherGang.com. And anytime you need the latest, all the links are here by touching on my face, and it'll all pop up below for you, or go to cwg.news/latest. And here's a forecast for the good news if you want some rain. By the end of this week, this is through Thursday night, when we think the bulk of the rain will have fallen in the region as this cold front tries to move through at the end of the week. South and east of town, around town, and then points south and east have some of the higher rainfall totals because there's a chance the cold front stalls out south of town and provides some repeat rains and thunderstorms perhaps for south of DC around here in the Falmouth area. Looking ahead, precipitation in a 6 to 10 day period, decent chance of staying above average. Temperatures, slight chance of staying above average in the 6 to 10 day period. And you might ask me, Camden, what's average? Here's a sample of this week on Wednesday, August 21st. We have an average high of 86 degrees this time of year and an average low of 69 degrees just for reference. And I hope you enjoyed last night, our final 8 p.m. sunsets of the year. That's right. Days continue to shorten, so please keep that in mind. Enjoy what we have while we have it. Sunset now at 7:59. We will not see an 8 o'clock sunset anymore this year. I'm sorry if you love these long days and the late sunsets. That they're coming to an end. All right, Aaron, rain will be scattered or widespread. Generally scattered tomorrow, widely separated when looking at radar. But we think there's a higher chance for storms on Tuesday, and that's why we want you to stay tuned to us at CapitalWeatherGang.com. A slight chance there's a slightly more organized group of storms that throw down some maybe small hail or damaging gusty winds on Tuesday. And rain chances overall, Aaron, do go up as the week continues. The cold front trying to edge closer and closer to us. by Thursday and trying to get this high heat and humidity out of here. Hello, Peter. Thank you for tuning in. Melanie, yes, the glasses are fogging up at 5 a.m. going to work, indeed. And if I want to make a note, if you do have some rainfall during these next few afternoon or evenings, you are in a favored spot for the very next morning having some fog develop. So again, isolated fog is possible with these high muggy conditions, high humidity. We're just going to see generally low-lying areas are going to see some fog. The areas that have seen some rain are also going to see some fog, so please keep that in mind. Stephanie, the humidity has been wilting. I agree with you. Barbara, I hate this heat, but at least the sun is going down earlier. Fair point. Kevin, thanks for joining. Liz, winds are possible, Liz, when we're looking at the severe storm threat on Tuesday. Good question. And Arlene, we do need rain in Culpeper. Yes, indeed. Let's take a quick look. You've only gotten about a half inch in the last 72 hours or so. There's Culpeper for you. About a half inch in the last 72 hours, so you could definitely use some more. The high heat and humidity are just making the soil dry out so quickly, especially these plants. They're high evapotranspiration rates overall. The plants are pulling out the water with their roots from the soil, so we definitely need a high rate of rain to keep up with the high evaporation. Leslie, oh no, you have a broken foot. I'm sorry to hear. Paul, in New Jersey, you've had a dew point around 80 Fahrenheit. It is very crazy. And let's look at our scale. That is above 75, so that is definitely in the sultry, oppressive area. Any chance for cold front, Anita? Yes, by Friday, we are hoping the cold front does come through to clear out our weather for the weekend. So keep that in mind. Linda, Tom's Brook has a double rainbow after a tremendous storm. Yes, Linda, had a severe thunderstorm warning there near Woodstock and Tom's Brook in the last hour. Susan, I'm trying to make it stop, hopefully by this weekend. I do not like this high heat and humidity. It is very hot. Grace, the heat wave is ending hopefully this weekend, maybe by Friday. Let's hope we can get these temperatures below 90 on Friday. Daniel, the dogs are not happy as well. Please continue to give your pets and animals plenty of water. Let me see if I have missed any of this. Lois, the late sunsets. I'm sorry, Lois. Yes, indeed, our last 8 p.m. sunset has come and gone for the year. So enjoy what we have while we have that. And Drew, indeed, I do think a small severe thunderstorm threat is possible for Tuesday. I can't even rule out on Wednesday seeing some severe showers and storms, so please keep that in mind as well. The severe weather generally, though, in the near term are focused on Tuesday. That's a 1 out of 5 threat, so not terribly high, but it's worth watching and staying tuned to capitalweathergang.com. Aaron, thank you very much for tuning in. You're most welcome. Elizabeth, lazy all day. I hope you stayed inside in the air conditioning. And Patty, riding a horse in this humidity, I'm sure is hard. I'm sure you had to stop. And Janine, riding in this is miserable. She agrees. That's great. And Alice, your plants are very thirsty. Indeed, we have not had that much rain in the region. Let's look at that really quick before I do a recap. These red areas and oranges and yellows, most of the region, you can see is the last 14 days we've had below what we should have compared to normal. So the 100% exactly right on normal precipitation for the last 14 days. We'll have these beige white areas. Very few areas are spot on average. The wetter areas are in blue and purple, and the drier areas you can see kind of outnumber the wetter areas. So I hope that helps. And here's another map. In the last 72 hours, the rainfall observed has generally stayed south of the Potomac River. Central Virginia, you have had, even if you're still a little dry, you've had kind of the bonus rains of the region for the last 72 hours. Liz, I don't want to talk about the power bill. I'm sure air conditioning has cost us all a good amount, especially in this high humidity. Sandra, I am having to water your birch tree in the front yard more often. Indeed, I'm glad you're trying to keep it alive. And as this heat is moving in and out quick, you want to get it out for horse training, Victoria. Hopefully, again, everyone, we're focused on trying to get this cold front through here by Friday to clear out the weekend. Not high confidence, but stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com and follow us on Twitter at Capital Weather. Let's do a quick check of the heat index here at Falmouth, Virginia. I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. This time of night, the sun is setting. It is still a heat index of 97 degrees. What is heat index, Camden? It's a combination of the temperature and this high humidity. The temperature alone, look at this. It is only, let's see if I can pull this up quickly. The temperature is only 87 degrees, but when you factor in a very high dew point, the heat index is 96.8 degrees. Very muggy, very humid. It is expected to continue through at least midweek, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. So please keep that in mind. We are going to be in these upper categories of discomfort. Excuse me. Let's go back. All right, muggy, sultry. These conditions will continue through the next few days, so please keep that in mind. Drink plenty of water, seek out the shade. It is not comfortable. As apparent by tonight's overnight expected lows, mid to upper 70s. I can't rule out a couple spots sticking around 80 degrees tomorrow. This is not factoring in the high humidity. We've got temperatures in the mid 90s, perhaps even upper 90s in a few spots. Again, overnight on Monday, very muggy. We're not cooling off. Some 80 degree readings cannot be ruled out for Monday night. Going into the next 48 hours of rain prediction, we think it generally stays between I-95 and I-81. That's the favorite area, and also far northeastern Maryland. So hit or miss showers and storms, nothing too widespread just yet. Rain chances will slowly increase this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And speaking of Tuesday, we're watching a 1 out of 5 threats on the scale over here of some severe weather, maybe some strong, damaging, gusty winds. Small hail can't be ruled out. This is again for Tuesday, so please stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com and follow us on Twitter at capitalweather, and our other Twitter handle for severe weather alerts at DC Weather Alerts. Please use that as well. And this is a trough of low pressure moving in on Tuesday. This is a Tuesday predicted surface map. And this is just going to perturb the atmosphere that's already bubbling with this high heat and humidity. All this water vapor could bubble up into some severe thunderstorms. So please keep that in mind. And again, the rain in the region falling the last 14 days below average in all these spots in orange, red, yellow. We could use the rain, I would argue. A few spots have been lucky and seen a few downpours in the blues and purples in the last 2 weeks. But here's the last 72 hours, another glancing moment here. Between I-81 and I-95, the same areas that might see rain in the next 48 hours are continuing to be the favored areas for rain. South, generally staying south of the Potomac. This is the last 72 hours of recorded rainfall. So what do we want? Lower humidity, lower temperatures. When do we get it? Maybe this weekend. So please be ready to sweat a few more days. We're trying to get this cold front through by maybe Thursday night or Friday. Not the highest confidence on the timing. That is subject to change, so stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com. And this is the rainfall, though. If you're wanting rain through the end of the week, we do have maybe over an inch possible. Fingers crossed. If this cold front does stall south of town, that's why we think these higher amounts south and east of town are possible. If this cold front on Thursday night doesn't completely move out of the region very quickly. But again, we could use the rain. Precipitation for the next 6 to 10 days. Chances are it stays above average. That's good news for our gardens and lawns. Temperatures, only a slight chance in the 6 to 10 day period of staying above average there in the light orange. Camden, what is average this time of year? Let's see if I can get that to focus. 86 degrees on Wednesday, August 21st. This is a snapshot for you of our average high temperature, 86 degrees this time of year for this upcoming midpoints in the week. All right, here is sunset. We are now below 8 p.m. We say goodbye to our 8 p.m. sunsets for the rest of the year. I hope you enjoyed while we have it. All right, power outage, Sandra, I'm really sorry to hear that. No to any severe weather. I agree with you. That would be great. And William, yes to hopefully less humid next weekend. Hey, Mary and Culpeper. Kathy, you want rain but no deluge. Good point. Lisa, thank you so much for tuning in. Very kind. And Katie, the cicadas, oh no, they are very loud. I'm telling you, here in the southern part of the DC region, it is very muggy, humid. The cicadas are very happy, Katie. I'm glad you can hear them. Rosemary, August indeed makes you appreciate winter a little bit. And William, hoping indeed less humid next weekend. And Susan, we've had over 45 90-degree days so far this year. We might be at 46 or 47 because I believe, I'm almost positive, last Thursday is when we hit 45 90-degree days for this season, 90-degree days or higher. And that ties the number we had for last year, and summer is not even over yet, so please keep that in mind. Sandra, so much for your hard work. I'm sorry to hear if I'm messing up your plans. Katie, you barely walked the dog, but generally stayed inside. And Lisa cannot wait for fall. You stay cool as well. It is indeed quite a heat wave. And Shannon, hello from Falmouth. I'm glad you know where I am. And Sienna, yes, it is too hot. I agree with you as well. And let's see if I've missed anything else before I do one final recap. Let me know if you have any final questions. And Michael did some, John or Jean. It's hot now, but we're wishing for this weather in January. That's possible. And Michael, the last 4 Septembers on the I-95 corridor have all been the top 5 temperature regimes. I think you're right, Michael. I'll double check that when I get offline. Your comment got truncated a little bit. I'm sorry. And this weekend looks okay, Scott. Hit or miss storms down in the Williamsburg area can't be ruled out. It is generally in the favored area for some of this rain. And the cold front very much has a chance of stalling out south and east of town, so keep that in mind. I don't think a washout is in the cards. That's my best guess. But again, to stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com on the blog, because You can see as an expression by these temperature ranges, this is a modeling system that has multiple simulations in the background, and the confidence is lower on even the temperatures for this upcoming weekend. That's quite a range possible, and we just don't know. This is demonstrating we don't know where that cold front is going to end up this upcoming weekend, so please stay tuned. Hopefully it moves south to DC at least, so we get some cooler, drier, more comfortable air moving in. Thanks, Lisa. I'll get some AC in just a few moments before I sign off. Let's see if I have anything else. Beautiful storm Markham. Thank you for that, Mike. And Mary, never-ending days of heat take a toll. Just please keep drinking that water. Even find some electrolyte water, which I like. No sugar on that. And avoid heavy amounts of caffeine and alcohol. Those are I have to do that when it gets this hot. Let's see, Katrina. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. And Michael, hot September seems to be happening in the last 10 years. Yes, that is what I've observed. And Mike, awesome rainbow in Markham. Please send in your photos to cwg.news/photos or touch on my face. Popping up below, you'll see that link to our Flickr page and the latest, cwg.news/latest for our latest forecast from capitalweathergang.com. And you can subscribe to our YouTube, cwg.news/YouTube. All right, so let's do one last recap, and then I'm going to get out of here as the sun is setting here in Falmouth. We think muggy, sultry conditions are likely this week, so please keep that in mind. We're going to sweat through Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Overnight lows tonight, very muggy. And tomorrow, mid-90s, not even factoring in the humidity, but with the humidity, heat index values above 100 are kind of likely. And then again, Monday night, very muggy. I don't know if we're even going to see this cool downtown. I'm worried we might only get to about 80 degrees. We'll see. And then here's the rain over the next 48 hours. Hit or miss storms, but generally favored in the Piedmont areas and higher elevations, Piedmont and even some of the mountain and valley areas. So we could use this rain, but we don't want the severe weather, which is possible on Tuesday. We have a 1 out of 5 chance of severe weather for Tuesday with damaging wind gusts possible, maybe some small hail. So please stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com. Let me pump up my light one notch. There we go, so you can see everything. So again, the severe weather threat is possible on Tuesday, so please keep that in mind. We have a trough of low pressure moving in on Tuesday. Really could help bubble up this muggy, humid, water vapor-laden air mass into some thunderstorms. And we could use the rain, maybe not the severe weather, but here, look at all these dry spots in the orange, yellows, and reds the last 14 days. There are several areas that could use the rain. Yes, in the last 2 weeks, some downpours have happened over the same areas. Here in the purple, blue, and magenta, you all are the lucky spots, the wetter spots. And the last 72 hours alone, generally the rain, this is the observed rainfall, has stayed below south of the Potomac River. So it's hit or miss this time of year, right? Thunderstorm chances, though, do increase Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So most of the region before this cold front comes through, maybe Friday to clear out our weekend, maybe. Low confidence at this point. Stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com. We should generally see a good week of rainfall. This is through Thursday night, Friday morning. Areas around town, excuse me, I think I swallowed a bug, and south of town probably have the highest chance for rainfall because a cold front will likely try and move south of town but may stall out in central and southern Virginia, and that's why the favored rain areas are going to be down here as well by the end of the week. This is total accumulated potential rainfall, forecast rainfall through the end of the week. Gosh, I hope I didn't swallow a cicada. All right, 6 to 10 days out, a slight chance, of above average precipitation, a very slight chance of above average temperatures. And what's average this time of year, Camden? Let's take a look. About 86 degrees for Wednesday, August 21st. 86 is our average high temperature. And again, the sunsets, we're making a note, have now snuck before 8 p.m. Say goodbye to those late sunsets. I'm very sorry. They are gone for the rest of the year. All right, William, I will definitely hydrate. I've got some here. I'm going to drink it off camera in just a second. Last check of conditions here at Falmouth, Virginia. 96.6 degree heat index at sunset. Can you believe it? Oof, 7:59 exactly at sunset. Woo, I'm going to sign off. You will stay cool. Drink lots of water this week. I'm going to hydrate. You will keep hydrating. And please stay cool. Wear that light colored clothing, lightweight clothing. And hopefully by the end of the week, we can get that cold front through here to cool us off. Take care for now. And stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com. Especially follow us on Twitter, and not only at Capital Weather on Twitter, but at DC Weather Alerts, because on Tuesday, I just want to re-highlight, we've got that slight chance for severe thunderstorms with damaging gusty winds possible on Tuesday. Have a good start to your week. Don't swallow any bugs and hydrate a lot. Bye for now.